Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Cloudy Sheep and we are playing Command. We are currently waiting for our airplanes to get ready to go on a strike mission against these harbors here, against these airports here of the northern Islamic Islamic Northern African Alliance, I believe it's called. Principally, we'll want to get rid of the raiders that allow great coverage for them over here. And the ability to strike is sort of in our sight, and be a bit more focused on the threats emancipating from down here. There are a couple of aircraft floating around down here, still some ships, but the biggest threat is obviously this bit. We also want to get rid of this boogie over here, and if possible position our planes a bit better against enemy strike forces up there. I also think we'd want to take all of these points actually, and maybe move that down a bit. This is the aircraft, the tanker holding pattern, and I think I'd just like that to be just a bit more forward, so that we can be sure that our aircraft do get refueled easily and nicely. So let's hope that that works out fantastically. These guys still need some refueling. These guys need some refueling. I think our tanker is... Where's our tanker? You're returning to base. You are supposed to go down there, but you're currently refueling, so I guess the tanker is up here, right? And it does have some fuel. Alright, we do have a new contact, which I believe is probably down here somewhere. Boogie 301. No? 301? It's not up here, it's not up here. Oh yeah, it's up here. Okay. So we basically spotted these guys due to radar missions. MiG-29. Okay, yeah, I think we saw these guys earlier. Actually, very capable craft. So these guys probably have rockets. I don't think so. Rockets. Yeah, guided 45 nautical miles anti-air. And some iron bombs, but again, iron bombs are not that particularly threatening, to be completely honest. More stuff coming in, just telling us that these guys really are MiGs, which we of course figured out in the meantime as well. I want this flight, which is refueling. You should be refueling, and I want these guys to go into the direction of this boogie over here. Let's accelerate time while they are being refueled. What's going on? S37 Mistral has run out of fuel. Oh, it's run out of diesel because we are trying to run it really really fast behind. Right, so the issue here is we were trying to attack or get an attack pattern basically on these guys over here, which is fine, but to go there we'd want to actually catch up with this guy over here. So what we're going to do is, because this used up all the battery, is we will go to periscope depths, and I think that will then allow this guy to snorkel. Let's see if there's any creep. Yeah, but we didn't creep. That's the issue. Yeah, it does have the property to snorkel. So once we do get to a higher... MiG-29s are now here. Interesting. Once you are up a bit higher, you should be able to... Your battery is fine. You're cruising though, so 17 hours? How long does it get you to get here? No, that's probably much faster. Okay, so now you are recharging your battery. But you please, you go just on full throttle. Quotation at 15, I don't want 15, at 13 rather. Okay, so I think it's recharging batteries now, it should be snorkeling, so it's a bit unfortunate that it's not that quick, but should be fine. Let's pick our guys up here, which are still refueling. More updates on the air situation down there. Let's also have a look at this guy. Does have good fuel. I don't really want to get into the anti-aircraft range down here, but maybe at least position you like that. You, I think, are our 3 planes. Just a bit to the side. Should be fine. Aircraft ready at Mahon. New contacts. These can't be the first, no. They're just ready anti-aircraft loadouts. Yeah, that all works perfectly fine. Let's keep on accelerating time. We're seeing, of course, more planes down here. But 40,000. Is that the altitude that you are on? So maybe that's more MiG25s. You are all a bit just planes buzzing around. Maybe this pattern here will convince them that we are attacking them and get them to come out and play a bit. But we'll see about that. S-71 has run out of fuel now. So I think that is... Who's S-70? S-72, right? S-72. Yeah, no fuel remaining. Just go to periscope depth, please. You are at periscope depth, but you can go ahead and cruise. Can you go and cruise? Will that replenish? Yes, it will. So that should be fine now. Actually, let's try full. Nope, that's draining the batteries, so we will go on cruise. Hopefully recharging. Come on. Yes. Why are you not traveling? Go to periscope depths and cruise, please. Okay, yeah, that's fine. You're out of fuel now, are you? And you're probably returning. So we'll probably, hopefully, get the other aircraft in soon. But that does mean that you have much less fuel than you do. Well, not much, but a bit. So let's try to get you both into the right direction. More boogies. That's all down there. What do we know about you? Okay, so their craft has gone down here. We'll not be able to get you there. You are just cruising. Why are you cruising? You're supposed to loiter. Keep up your endurance a bit. So how is our second tanker doing? Okay. Why is it not on the way? One tanker? Two tanker. I see. Well, this is not ideal. Did we not specify the 1/3 rule? Yes, we did. That will be a bit unfortunate. You guys. You will return in 60 nautical miles. Fly over here. You will return in 200 nautical miles. Better. Better at least. Are you actually so much better? I don't think so. Okay, so we'll start to run in this direction. And maybe provoke them into an attack pattern. Just so we make some use of our situation here. Also curious about these two guys, but with this speed, altitude, it's probably F-16s. Contacts lost. Contacts re-established, I guess. How are things looking here? Still 100 nautical miles, 30 nautical miles. Ooh, this is the Foxbats, so let us try to get up in your face a bit more. Also you, cruise. I'd really like to get the MiG-25 PDs. I'm still irritated by this plane. Everything down here seems to be fine. You are refueling your, or recharging I should say, your battery. You are lovely. Okay, so I think we will probably have a dogfight over there. Even if it's just a very short one. Okay, we will tell you guys to put on your radar. So you have a target vector over there. You actually going a bit more like that. You a bit more like this. You can cut in a bit like that. So what's happening here is that we have two groups of F-18s, Hornets. I think two groups of two, right? Yeah. Two Hornets here, two Hornets here. We told these guys to activate their radars, which is because I want these guys to be a bit target fixated on these guys. And launch their missiles basically at them, and then maybe get hit on the sort of return leg. And you can see the ranges of these guys on these light red, sort of pinkish circles over here. And I don't think these guys are running with radar on, are they? Well, they are with the Smerch A3. So they do have this radar on, so that's interesting. Okay, but you can see it's 1960s technology, so we might even be able to spoof that, although it doesn't seem so right now. And you can see that they have amazing speed. They really are using that speed now. 300 nautical miles. Let's go afterburner with you guys as well. Even though that means that you'll turn around in 6 short minutes, but it will be also beneficial for us to increase speed a bit here. Basically the idea is to gain some momentum for defensive maneuvers. Some contacts being lost, not the end of the world. And also impede more energy on our weapons so that they can... There we go, first missiles are being launched. I think one missile really is enough for now. Though I wouldn't mind if you were to follow that up with the second pair. They'll probably launch very soon. So right about now, I would guess. Here we are. Yep. It's paused. Very good. So we can see that these guys have been firing a missile, in particular this guy. And I believe it's, since it's at the edge of their range, it's probably one of these. And that means we should have a look at that briefly. AA6 crit weapons. AA6 crit. So let's look at A. Did I mention I would like this to be linked? AA6 crit A and B. So these are the potential weapons that they would have. Pretty big, as you can see. Half a ton, semi-active, the A version, or the B, I think, infrared. Rear aspect, mid-course, plus passive infrared terminal guidance. Interesting. So these guys are being manually led into target and then have the infrared target, whereas these guys are semi-active. They don't have that great a hit chance, so I think we will probably be fine. We'll also force these guys to, our missiles will force them to start maneuvering evasively. So I hope that if these things are actually the semi-active version, then you will see that these guys, yeah, you can see here, this guy is lighting us up. So this here is meaning that he's actively trying to fire control into us, whereas this guy is turning away because the missile is now closing in on him, and we are now starting our defensive maneuvers as well. It's interesting that he only launched one missile, but then again so did we. Missile has been lost, so this guy's turning around now as well. He's losing target lock, so please tell me you're not just returning to base. Pause. Guys. I need to get you to go down here. Okay, first missile didn't hit. The hit chance was a 61, and of course we lost. Another missile being launched. One hit, here we go. Decoy didn't work, 15%. Final hit chance 15%, and we won. So one of these guys. By the way, do let me know whether you find, maybe we'll keep this on for a couple of seconds. Maybe you do find it a bit more helpful. So since we do have one extra MRAM, I think I simply would like this to be launched. Honestly, just do it. Maybe it's a bit wasteful, but then again, maybe it isn't, so... And now you can run away. Go full afterburner. we go. Yes, okay. Bit of wastage, but that's fine. Final hit probability 70%, we won, so that's good. You can now really truly return to base on military speed maybe. Okay, these guys on the other hand haven't been required to become involved at all. We're still left with this boogie down here, so with these guys gone here and I think no further boogies in this group. These old surface contacts, right? No, not quite. They're two F-16s. Oh well, nevertheless, we'll try to run down there, see if we can't get them. You will probably self-destruct very soon. And here you can see a bit of the issue that I mentioned. I think I'd rather not have you be so close, but I mean that's fine. Let's hope nothing will launch from here. You loiter. You will need to be around for a while. Bingo fuel. I guess that's probably these guys. Is it? Flight. Has console participant viewed overrides. Yeah, so I would guess it's you guys. Though nothing in the game really seems to tell me that right now. Our intel plane will shift it a bit just to get a bit of better fixture down here. Let's have a look here. Starting to recover some fuel, which is of course very good. Here too, I guess. Yes. Okay, here we go. So let's have a look at our aircraft. Still way above 4 hours, but yeah, at least we got 2 more planes. Hornets are doing their job very well. I think we would want to have a look at our other. No, it still takes some time to ready these guys. We could get a couple of Harriers maybe in the air. Thing is, right now we only have basically one group of 2 planes, which still has some. No, you reach bingo fuel. Ah, okay, so you are returning to base. Okay, fair enough then. So I guess we only have these guys, and they will reach bingo fuel immediately. Let's actually return you and go on loiter speed, so that maybe we can squeeze out just a tiny bit of extra time. Yeah, but that means we will be out of any air cover here soon. So I guess we'll have to look at Hon over here and take these 2 light guys here and launch them as a group. It's not ideal because we don't have any tankers. These guys here are returning to base right now, but I think that's going to be fine. Also, I'm not going to fly into these F-16s here right now. And to attack these guys down here, we again need to set up a tank operation, which we don't have ready right now. But that's going to be fine. I'm going to accelerate time a bit until our guys have launched and set them on a new course. There we go. This is you. Fly over here, please. Do this at high altitude. Cruise speed. Sounds good. Sounds great. And you here. Go to base. Go to base. You have a minute left. Let's get you to go to base on your own while everyone else does their job. Yeah, and they're returning to base. Speed up time a bit more. I never really click this because I always feel there's a real chance that everything gets freaked up in a way that I don't necessarily want to. But so far this looks pretty good. So let's wait until this guy comes into range. Everyone else is hopefully returning home in a somewhat decent pattern. Some contacts being lost, airborne time, especially on Seahawk, so that's just the automated. Wait, we need to be a bit more attentive here, because we do have a good indication of where these guys are going now, so I need to move you in there, and probably a bit quicker. Okay, yeah, so they're coming in a bit more down here, so we'll try to intercept more straight. You will be going here, because we are still going to try and take out the craft that were down there. Do we still have our AVEX up here? Yes, we do, with no air cover, so yeah, you are going to go up there. This isn't really doing anything now, so that's fine. And as our main group of 2 craft is coming up over there, and some of our other flights are landing, I think this will be a very fine time to call this to a close. So go back to normal time, pause, and thank you guys for watching. And I think maybe next time we'll be ready to attack here, or at least get very, very close to that. Also looking forward to the submarine engagement over there, and another smaller one down here, and then get these submarines in position to scout again. But until then, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.